YouTube. There we
Hey, everybody. We're signing postcards. We thought we'd share our time with you.
It's the streaming.
And so basically, these are for the people, and I'm going to say this right now. We're going to get a bunch of people who are going to email us going, hey, I didn't get a card because you didn't, not only maybe didn't add your address to Patreon, but you have to authorize us to see it. And if you didn't do that by December 5th, we just couldn't wait around. So maybe next time. But yeah, we're signing the cards and writing little things. Sometimes I'm writing puns.
What kind of puns you writing, Tom?
Well, I just wrote one to someone named whose last name is How, and I just wrote and how.
How? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. This person's last name is Foot, so I'm gonna write on the right foot.
Mm-hmm. What if they're left-handed?
I could put correct foot, but then that doesn't really fit the thing. Yes, so there are extra stamps in there. You're right. Don't show anybody. Don't show anything on camera. Make sure to keep those cards away from the camera. Yeah, I can see your box.
Okay.
So paranoid about that.
No, it's okay. Well, I will say these are lovely holiday cards. Good on you, Len Peralta.
Oh, look at this. It's PJC Reese. It's fun when I see one that I actually recognize the name.
Oh my gosh, this is a lot of cards.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we won't be online the entire time we're signing the cards, maybe, but we thought we'd share some of the time.
For sure.
Riverside. Yeah. Holidays. See, when I see Riverside, I think of the movie line, Riverside, mother thingers. And then I can't really write that on someone's card.
I mean, you could.
I don't think it's a good idea.
They just may or may not understand it.
Now, I have no artistic capability here.
Same.
So
I can draw a flower, kind of.
I'm drawing a smiling face on this one. So if you get that, you know that's when it was signed.
I am trying to think of something to draw that is both timely and not offensive, but also speedy.
I'm writing a different thing on every one, pretty much.
This is same.
Like, you know how there's so many streets that are like Casa de Fruta Avenue or something, and I'm writing Casa de Awesome, stuff like that.
I'm like a heart, a tree, a flower. Love, Sarah.
Oh, you're putting love on it?
Well, I do love them.
Yeah, why not? We're not saying we're trying to force you into anything, Roger.
No, Roger, we understand.
You express your emotions the way
your love
is appropriate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write our pirates on this one, and the person will have to figure out why from their address.
I'm just doing glasses. That seems very.
Are you doing the same one on everything?
No,
Roger. Oh, okay.
What do you want me to?
No, I don't want you to do anything.
I could say buy my book.
I think
I'm
you
gonna write
kind of
that
have the same theme, but say something like unique on everyone.
Yeah, that's a good rhythm to get into.
Yeah.
And if you get "Happy Holidays, You Rock" on a postcard that I signed, that just means that I respect you too much to make a pun about your name.
Oh my!
That's kind of the only one that I've repeated when I'm just like, nothing's coming to me. Like this one. Happy holidays.
I kind of wish I had different colored pens now. Now I want to like make it like artistic and cool.
I know, right?
I was thinking about that. Then I keep looking at the stack of cards.
I know.
Right.
See 'em.
Like you want to do like all this, it's like nah. Sorry.
And we also don't know who we got. So if you're like, wait a minute, why did I get Sarah? Why did I get Roger? Why did I get Tom?
Yeah.
There's
Wait a
wanted
minute.
Tom.
One person shouldn't be less than the other.
trade with your friends, I guess.
Right. Trade them all.
This person put their street address and then it says NA. I think they wrote NA in like the field for apartment. So I
Not
hope that doesn't.
applicable. Oh, got it.
You are so applicable. I hope that gets to them. I'm gonna start apologizing every day in advance to the people who are like, wait a minute, I didn't get a card. And it's because it was confusing to people. This is really the system.
We
The
knew it
system
would
is
be though.
the system's a
And-
beta, and it's
Yeah.
meant for people signing up new. If you sign up new, it's really obvious. Like, hey, you're signing up for this thing. Do you want to give them your address? Here you go. Boom. So all the new people are going to get them. It's the people who had to go back in and put the address. I think a lot of times put their address for Patreon, but because of GDPR, they're not allowed to give us your address unless you say yes, and also please give it to them. It's
Oh,
just
can I
one of those
post the
things.
link in the? I'm gonna post a link in Slack.
Oh yeah, sure. And the Discord too.
All right.
This is
Discord.
maybe the worst pun I've made yet.
No, I think you have many years left. To
You
worse.
should see what I am writing to people. I mean, I think they'll like it, but artistic value pretty low.
Yeah, I'm not even trying. I wrote a smiley face on that one. That's limited edition right there. Artwork. All right, I'll do some artwork here. What should I write? Give me something to write. Give me something to draw on Joe's.
Put a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee. Here
Cup
it
of
comes.
coffee?
What's wrong with coffee?
Nothing.
Notice how my
I'm
pitch
just like,
hasn't even-
okay, well, maybe I'll do that too. Okay. You person
Joe
that I
got-
want. Nope.
Joe, when you get it and you're like, what the hell is that? It's a cup of coffee.
Actually, my coffee looks pretty good. Now that I'm drying it.
I am doing here. I'll show you my cheat sheet.
Ah.
I am doing eyes and glasses.
Oh, and a little LA?
That's for the other cards.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, now it sounds like it sucks because you just like
No, I just was worried that Sarah would get upset because it looks like a Dodgers logo.
You know, Roger doesn't know any better.
I screw,
Let him,
forget
let
it.
him, let him do it. Let him do
Forget
it.
it. Forget. Trying to be awesome.
What are you grumbling about?
I've got 4 hours of sleep.
I'm sorry, man.
That's not good enough, man. I felt like on Friday, I felt like, wow, if I actually had a kid, and it was worse than this.
Oh,
it'd be
because
a lot.
Otis has the Giardia. Yeah, that
He
explains it.
well, that's the.
Can we mention
yes.
that? I mean, is that public?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a dog is sick. You know, poop.
Well,
I
we,
know,
we
but
talked
like-
for at length on GDI Friday about his
We did.
sickness, so I think
Right.
saying it's like,
yeah,
oh,
it was.
it's just
I was kind of in it, and Tom was like, you know what? Maybe let's talk about something a
Well, I
little
didn't
bit
mind
more
you talking
positive.
about it. It just felt like, okay, this is just getting sad now.
So no, totally. Yeah, I was like the. I mean, the most wonderful part about all of this is that, like, as soon as we get into this, I forget the, you know, whatever might have happened earlier.
Yeah. But so he's doing better. Is the
Yeah, he's doing real good. In fact, he's sleeping right next to me right now.
oh,
Yeah.
and honestly, that's a totally treatable if disgusting disease, but it's not serious at all. So that's good.
Marriage?
No.
What?
Roger.
Roger turned into a 1950s stand-up comedian. Something.
Please take my wife.
Oh goodness. You know what? I again, not to I won't get into any details of where anybody lives, but
Especially
it's
with
so
that.
nice to see so many different addresses of just like where people are all over the world.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's really
know,
cool.
I don't know if my particular stack, but mine is mostly in state.
Well, the
Wow. Mine is very much not.
yeah, mine's all over the place. I have a bunch of Californians, but I also
Oh,
have
you know what? I think that-
Denmark and New Zealand and
Oh, you know what? I have to go further in because he grouped them, I think, by
oh
state
yeah, that makes sense.
when he sent them to me.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely in the Florida crew. Love ya, Floridians.
Florida, man.
You make Florida man awesome. It wouldn't be Florida man without you.
This is somebody whose last name is Lane, so I'm just saying Lane. What an awesome name.
I'll say.
Can you
And
tell that
how?
other one?
And how?
I feel like I might be putting too much like personal love into each of these because I'm like, the stack seems just as big as it was at the beginning. I don't know. I like the idea of somebody getting something that, is unique.
I'll get my daughter to sneeze on all of them. There.
There you go.
Kaleidoscope of germs. No, I won't do that. The post office will do that for me.
Nobody's going to be able to read my handwriting.
That's how you know it's a good signature.
That's why I'm just saying, love Sarah.
All right, give
Just
me
know
something
that's
else.
what I meant.
Give me something else to try to draw.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. That's a good one, actually. I can
Star
do
of
that.
Bethlehem.
No, I'm doing Christmas tree.
Okay.
The inside of the National Cathedral.
Actually, I mean, I could do a star. It would be all right. But Christmas tree, I can actually pull off. You
No,
might even know what it is.
A Christmas tree, like a pine tree, is that's actually kind of a fun thing to draw.
So now the person who gets the thing that looks vaguely like a Christmas tree will know when I sign that one.
Well,
You're at the tops.
my postcards have moved into Illinois. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I'm in Oregon now.
Hmm.
I'm tempted to write Oregon Trail jokes, but they're all negative. You haven't
You've died
of
of dysentery. Merry
Exactly.
Christmas. Thank you so much for your support.
I'm going to write, thanks for being on our trail. There we go.
Oh, that's cute.
Also, get your vaccinations.
Right. So you don't get Giardia like my dog.
What's the one you always died from in the game? Dysentery or something?
That was Oregon Trail.
I've got one for a laugh.
Roger, you know that.
I was too old for that when it came into schools. Like
No, you were not. Because
I mean like they were using them in schools, but by the time that happened, I was already in my senior year in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oregon Trail? I mean, you're not that much older than me, but okay. Now what? Let's do a firework.
Maybe the schools I went to were a little less affluent, and so they couldn't afford it.
Did you guys have gate?
Yes.
Okay.
Gifted and talented education, or as I like to call it.
I was in gate, and that's where I learned Oregon Trail. That seems like something that you also would be.
I have never heard of gate. I don't know what this is.
Gate is what California. So California is weird in that the state runs the public school system, like instead of just local school boards. And so they had a which is weird. It's GATE, but it's an acronym for Gifted and Talented Education.
Yep.
Oh, that was like
Nevada had tag, which was talented and gifted.
I think we just had gifted.
But it was
program.
basically how like kids got access to computers before everybody else because you were supposedly like the smarter kids.
Yeah, but you know, it was just, I mean, I guess.
Exactly. I guess.
Like, I was like, how could this guy be
early
a
days
king?
of all of this?
He screws up. He's a class clown and doesn't pay attention. Now
All right, give me something else to draw. I like these art challenges.
A black hole.
A what?
A black
Put
hole.
a black dot. Just say it's a
black hole.
It's the singularity.
I don't know. What does it look like?
It doesn't look like anything.
Right. I know.
All right.
I'm trying to give you a challenge.
Here we go. Sarah,
I just drew one. That's why.
need to draw a black hole. Thanks.
Black hole goes here. Colin, I hope you enjoy this.
Sometimes I feel like I'm writing Valentine's, like kids' Valentine's cards.
Right. KIT.
I can't bear you not being my Valentine.
You choose me. That's the one everyone remembers, even though that was just from The Simpsons.
What kind of a pen is everyone using, by the way?
I'm currently using a Zebra Z-Grip pen.
Oh,
I'm using a Sharpie.
I wanted a Sharpie, but I was afraid I would smudge because I'm left-handed. So I'm using, and I'm already smudging a little bit because that's how it works with pens. But just a very simple ballpoint.
How can I do a quick face?
I apologize if I'm making a pun on your street and it doesn't make sense to you because you're like, that doesn't mean anything to my street.
So I was thinking after this, I don't know what y'all are doing the rest of this wonderful Sunday, but I was going to get a deep dish pizza.
Oh my gosh.
And get on the couch and just watch a movie. Doesn't that sound good?
We actually did a similar thing last night, although what we did was we made Instant Pot spaghetti, which was really good.
Wait, what makes it Instant Pot, or is that the...
what are the details of this?
We used an Instant Pot. You know the thing called... There's a thing called an Instant Pot. That's its name.
Is it like a crock pot?
You guys know? Okay, I'm late to the Instant Pot game, so I just assumed everyone else knew.
I'm later.
Okay. So it is a crock pot, pressure cooker, slow cooker, all in one.
And is it Bluetooth enabled?
I mean, I think you can. I think you can.
Can you play Spotify through it?
No, it has an app. Yeah. So I think it is.
Because I think I know what you're talking about now, because someone was telling me about it.
And the cool thing about it is you can pretty much do almost everything you need to do for your meal in that pot. And it cooks things really fast because it's a pressure cooker. So for instance, making the spaghetti sauce, I sauteed in the pot. And then once I was done sauteing, then I could put in the tomato sauce, put it on the pressure cooker. Instead of cooking it on the stove for an hour and a half, it cooked in 15 minutes. And it was really good. And
then you put spaghetti in there, or you just made the sauce?
The pasta we made separately on the burner.
I want to do the ones where the ads where they just throw in frozen stuff and then they walk away and talk about how awesome this thing is, and then they pull up like a complete meal.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that with the right ingredients.
I think I'm into Idaho now. Ooh, Honolulu.
I got Canada.
Ooh, this is kind of fun. Honolulu, you're going to get something real special.
Aloha. Norway.
Norway. Have either of you ever been to Norway? Because I have not, and I want to go real bad.
Oh, I got distracted by the Instant Pot story and I didn't finish. So we made the spaghetti and then we watched Roma on Netflix.
Oh, and I know Eileen had
Amazing.
seen it before, and I mean, I've heard across the board that it's like best picture, not even a conversation.
So good. So good. It's intense, but amazing. I have a scale. I don't know if you guys are familiar with my movie rating scale. So,
I mean, remind us.
Top of the line is mind blowing. Almost no movies get that. Then amazing.
Like, give me an example of a movie that did get that.
I can't think of one. It would have to be a movie where I just come out of the movie with my jaw dropped. Like probably when I saw Pulp Fiction when it was new, I would have called it mind blowing. Although today
it's a little okay, got it.
But at the time when I was in my mid-20s
and I was like,
yeah. So then amazing is like I give to very few movies. That's the like that was amazing. Then there's a great, which is what a lot of movies get from me. Like that movie was great. Then there's good, which is the last of the positive. Like, oh, that movie's good. I got, maybe a few complaints here and there. Then there's fine, which I give to a lot of movies. Like, it's fine. It's actually the first of the negative, but it sounds kind of positive. Then there's bad, then awful, and then walked out.
Why are there so many, Tom?
Because these are just natural reactions.
Why not like just be like A, B, C, D?
These are natural reactions.
Okay.
So I don't, because what happens, problem is when you give numbers or A, B, C, Ds, hold on, I have to figure out what to say to this person. You rock. Thank you.
Sorry in advance for the really bad star that I just drew on your postcard. Person that shall not be named. This is actually pretty fun. I have to be honest.
I think I'm just getting high off the marker fumes.
Ooh, Sri Lanka.
Ooh.
I got a Tasmania just now.
Wow. It's Australia, but not quite.
Anyway, the reason there are 8 is because when you do normal rankings, you end up just giving it all movies the same thing. Like everybody gets an A or everybody gets a 7 out of 10, right? So these were like my natural reactions. More
specific than like 1 out of 5.
I started to categorize my natural reactions. Like my emotions would literally say that was good versus that was great versus that was amazing. And so I just was like, oh, okay, well these fall into a scale that's 1 to 8. But I actually distribute them. So a lot of movies get fine, good, and great. That seems to be where I cluster my scores. But every once in a while there's a bad, every once in a while there's amazing. I've only ever walked out of one movie in my life.
I walked out of an Ethan Hawke movie.
Yep.
What was okay. Let's talk about it.
Who
walked out of what movie and what was it?
I think it was Before the Sunrise.
What?
Yeah.
Before Sunrise, you walked out of that movie?
Yeah, I just didn't really care. I was like, why am I in this movie?
Are you at all sort of
inside?
I mean, would be my first question, but like the whole series you don't find adorable? It actually doesn't seem like anything you would find adorable, but like you can't walk out of Before Sunrise. I mean, you did. Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
Luxembourg.
No, okay. I just wanted to know why. Oh, Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Just too precious type thing?
Might have been. I think like certain movies just make me want to gag.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, full disclosure, and I know this is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't like that stupid movie that they play every year at the holidays. Love Actually.
Life? Oh.
I hate that movie. It's not funny or cute. I'm sorry. But people love it. Like to the point where like I'm like, something is wrong with me. I just don't like it.
Which movie?
Love Actually. I will now sign the next 20 postcards. Love Actually. I don't know why.
I believe my signature is changing as I keep saying.
I hit my international. I've got India and Israel here, then Ireland. I'm in the
Oh,
I.
you got all the eyes.
Yeah, I'm going backwards because I just had Japan.
I'm still in Australia. Which says a lot for you Aussies. Thanks for all the support. There are a lot of you.
See, this is why politicians campaign in person. See, I went to Australia earlier this year, and now we've got all this Australian love.
Yeah, but you were campaigning for something?
Roger, that's not what I said at all. This is why I don't go into politics, because words get taken out of context.
Why are you insulting me, Tom?
All right, everybody, calm down. We got postcards to sign. Love Actually.
You love Actually.
Sarah.
All right. So, I've got a few Irelands. Give me another art.
What about a dog?
Oh boy.
Just do the head. Do like Snoopy's head.
Okay. All right. My apologies to the person and the nation of Ireland for this dog.
You know, we've always been persecuted. Love Sarah.
Wait, that's what you wrote?
No. That would be funny. You'd really have to be part of the stream to, find that at all endearing. And I assume that a lot of these people will miss the stream. So yeah, trying to keep
another
it.
Lane. What a great name.
Are they from Ayers?
No, these from Japan in this case.
Huh. Well, I want to know you.
By the first name, it seems like they are not in fact Japanese, but also by the last name, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Well, I've been straight up in Melbourne, Australia for a while now.
I keep bouncing around between Ireland, Japan, and Israel.
This further serves our conversation the other day that, like, because no one ever writes anything anymore, my penmanship is piss poor.
My penmanship is improving as I get through the stack because I'm getting back into practice.
Yeah, I feel like my
bear
pictures
sucks.
of trees are getting less horrendous.
Whoa, this one's going to the North Pole.
What? Oh, Santa likes the show. That's cool. Kootenay, British Columbia. We have descended into Canada.
Vegemite forever.
I'm in New York State.
I've got a bunch of Australians now.
Do I have any international?
Calgary.
No, everything I have is
What
in
up,
the
Calgary?
Oh, North Carolina, New Jersey.
Oh, don't sound so disappointed.
I feel like I
That
it could be
those
the
are our
other
people,
stack.
Roger. Come on.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome.
No, really.
Really, it's awesome.
I'm not lying.
Sorry
No.
for the next group of folks in Canada who get really bad smiley faces from me.
I'm going to apologize right now for writing "good on you, mate" to someone in Australia. But there you go. That's what you got.
It's This is actually, I mean, I know that we have all this information already, but it's such a good reminder of how global the audience is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Well, it's actually really fun.
That was one of the coolest things about working at Tech TV was realizing how far the audience actually was.
Totally. Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, we used to get a lot, well, at least for Call for Help, a lot of the emails we got were from the Middle East, Latin America, like South America, as well as Southeast Asia.
Well, when I say Trinidad and Tobago, like on the screensavers, a lot of our help questions were from that region. And I remember because I said on air at some point, like Trinidad and Tobago, and someone was like, no, it's Tobago, just so you know.
Yeah.
And there were so many of, I was like, okay, thank you. That was actually, it was a good reminder that, it's a global world out there. Now we're getting into some British Columbia I've never even heard of before.
I think
it's real nice up there.
I think the coolest email we got was from Pakistan, and a guy telling us like, when your show's on, everyone in our immediate village like goes to this one guy's house because he has satellite TV.
That's amazing. For a call for help or screensavers?
Yeah. Well, both shows. He was saying like,
right.
That's how they learned about computers.
Now I got one that says Chang. What? And so I wrote Chang. What a great name.
Yeah. You didn't make like a word joke.
Roger, please. Your card will be in the mail soon.
All right. Time for another art challenge. What should I draw?
The Pyramids of Giza.
Oh, fine.
Jeez.
You want a challenge?
It's like
draw a circle there.
A dog. The Pyramids of Giza.
I'm just drawing faces on different geometric shapes.
I've started drawing cats.
Pyramids of Giza.
I'm going to draw it too. That's not going to be good.
Et tu, Brute?
Isn't that a cologne? Et tu. For the Ides of March.
Et tu, Roger.
Someone whose last name is Hughes.
I'm in New York now. I'm in New York. Back in the States.
I wrote, Hughes, our favorite. You.
That is adorable.
Adorable is a word. Whew, yeah, there are a lot of Australia, and then it goes right into Austria. Huh.
Interesting.
It's probably alphabetical.
Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely in my international section here. Had a few military postal addresses too.
Oh, cool. I haven't gotten any of those. Winnipeg. Okay.
Winterpeg, as they call it.
Because it's always winter in Winnipeg.
Yeah, It's cold in Manitoba.
Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right. Good stuff.
I know my provinces.
You do. I mean, as far as Canada has gone, I have only been to Vancouver and Toronto. I have a lot of Canada yet to explore.
I've only been to Toronto.
I'll get in there.
Although I would like to visit Montreal and
me too. And I've heard only wonderful things about
Montreal. The Atlantic provinces. Just a quick drive through.
Amber MacArthur is from Prince Edward Island.
Yay.
Which is, to me, that sounds like the most exotic thing ever.
It is. That's where Anne of Green Gables.
That's where it took place, but they actually shot it on.
They probably shot in New Brunswick or Labrador.
It wasn't New Brunswick. It was. Well, anyway, same idea.
Newfoundland.
No, not that far up. I have to look at my phone.
Did they shoot it in Ontario, like up? Like,
Singapore.
Singapore.
Not shoot it in Singapore. When the
I wrote crazy thank yous on the Singapore one because of Crazy Rich Asians.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, you get a treat, Aaron. Ooh, Toronto. Wonderful town.
Sweden.
Camilla says hello. Except she lives in Malta.
Yeah, you might as well say Patrick says hello. So he's closer.
I used to work with a guy who grew up in Malta, and it sounded quite lovely.
I've been to Malta.
I think you told me that.
It was nice.
At some point.
I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like?
I was there for a
Italy,
tech
Greece,
thing,
and
like a
everybody's
journalist
nice.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I need something else to draw here.
Draw a heart.
I've been doing that.
Oh, draw a broken heart.
No. Merry Christmas.
Draw a present, a square,
Oh, okay. Okay, I can do
like
that.
a package present.
Do a little like three-dimensional type thing. Okay.
Use some foreshortening. That's one thing I remember from art class. Foreshortening.
You're talking
and my vanishing points.
About Herb Zettel's class.
No, it was when I had a graphic arts major. I took a couple of art classes, and we talked all about foreshortening perspective when we got into perspective, vanishing points.
Romania.
I went to class with a guy from Romania. He was very adamant that Volkswagens were the best built cars on the planet.
Did he work for VW or?
I don't know. I don't think so. He was just talking about
like how are you adamant about that?
Well, he was just saying Volkswagen's this, Volkswagen's that. It's like, yeah, okay. My dad had a Volkswagen. I remember I was shoving quarts of oil into it every other weekend. This car was not designed for your planet.
I'm back domestic now. I'm in Minnesota.
Can you imagine if your flight was like that? Like you had like a book tour, like, oh wait, you're going to international about domestic, international, domestic. Oh man.
I love international terminals at airports.
Yeah, because they're ritzy. I've never seen a. Yeah. I've never seen.
You've got all the stuff. You're probably there like an hour earlier than you would be normally. Like there's lots of stuff to buy and duty free.
The food seems to be better. At least in my experience.
Food options certainly are.
But
I
I
love the international terminal LAX.
I think part of it is just because domestic terminals are just kind of treated like bus stations. It's like you're in and out.
Right.
Just give you the bare minimum. New Jersey. Woohoo! A state I'm connected with. Exotic Jersey.
Are you guys all up to date on the latest season of Jersey Shore, the reunion?
Of course I'm not. Sorry.
I know. I mean, it's not something I would really recommend to either of you, but it's, my lifeblood.
I remember when I said my handwriting was getting better. I think it's getting worse again.
Yeah, mine's sorry in advance, everybody.
No, so like, I mean, are they? I mean, like, there have always been adults, but are they more adult and have kids and stuff and like settle down?
I mean, they're older, and some of them do have kids. Yes. It's just one of those reality shows I love, but I also like Floribama Shore. So Okay, you, Erwin, get a flower.
All right, what's my next art challenge?
Have you drawn flowers?
That seems like it was fresh on your mind. All right, sure, yeah, I can do some.
I mean, I was literally in drawing a flower.
I could do a recognizable flower. You can tell it's a flower.
Yeah, add a couple leaves on there and a stem.
Oh yeah, I can do a leaf. Yeah. Sorry, William. You get the flower.
The only thing I never
Sorry, Martin.
never tried when I was in New Jersey. Now that I think about it, I would like to eat it once is Taylor ham, but just once.
Oh, puns on people's towns. Hey, I actually know where this address is because it's pretty near Scott Johnson.
Scott Johnson.
How about that, Scott Johnson? Huh?
Ooh, Nevada, North Carolina, Kansas. Where are my exotic locales?
They're all exotic. Mississauga. All right.
Mississauga,
Mississauga.
Ontario.
Uh-huh.
Another one near Scott. I'm writing, tell Scott Johnson hi, and they're probably like, yeah, like I ever see that.
Okay. Thanks for the action item postcard, Tom.
I'll add it to my task list.
All right, now I'm out of New Jersey to Nevada.
I'm now in Stittsville, Ontario.
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
I hardly knew you.
Meet Virginia.
Oh, I hate that song.
Me too. Hate it. Don't sing it.
It looks
I wrote-
like someone. I don't
Virginia is for lovers of DTNS.
Oh. Although I do like Drops of Jupiter by the same band. I love that song. I know it's real corny, but yes, I do. It's very catchy and adorable.
It's a local. Back when it was in San Francisco, it's the San Francisco.
Yeah, it always makes me think of that era when it was out, and Eileen and I used to drive into Tech TV together, and that song was new on the radio.
Tammy, yeah, it's good.
I remember there was like a bunch of SF Bay Area bands like Third Eye Blind, and
I don't think the Meet Virginia guys are Bay Area. Third Eye Blind.
Jupiter, yeah. Train is.
yeah,
Rain is from the Bay Area?
Yeah, they're from San Francisco.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You should write that in your next card. FYI or FYI. Trains.
I'm going to. You person from Woodbridge, Ontario. Train is from San Francisco. Love, Sarah.
I just wrote to somebody named Justin just in time to say thanks.
Oh my God. Oh, that's good. Ooh, Milwaukee. All right.
What made
Stateside.
Milwaukee famous is you. You did.
Mercer Island, Washington. We're all over the place now. I'm actually getting to the bottom of the first two of my stacks. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm in my second stack. Well, because I actually started before you, so
I'm not even halfway through my. I gotta catch up and sign all these.
Tell me.
all right. Raphael gets another art challenge from me. What should I draw for Raphael?
Pringles, a can of Pringles.
No, nothing that's, they should pay us. How about, what about, I don't know, Tom, what's your favorite food?
What is my favorite food? I like so many. It's hard to choose.
I mean, you like a good sandwich.
I
but
do.
A sandwich probably isn't that fun to draw.
Pie.
Pie. There you
Pie. All right. Ooh, pie. Yeah, this is not going to be fun. All right, I'm going to draw
I'm going to
two.
draw a slice of pie as well.
I'm going to draw the full pie.
Macaroni.
Because the full pie, I can make a decent, oh, that must be the crust. And I could take a slice out of it. So it's like, oh, that must be a pie that he's drawing.
My pie looks like just a triangular man smiling. I'm going to work on this for the next few. Rod in Ritzville, Washington. This one's for you.
I wrote the word pie next to it just in case there was any confusion.
Good. Now I know why they use low fume Sharpies. Ugh.
I mean, if there are low fume options, why would there be high fume ones?
Because they're more expensive, I guess.
Okay.
Some people enjoy the fumes. I don't.
Well, I mean, that's not like a thing people enjoy. If you enjoy the fumes, it's a different conversation.
Well, in junior high, there was one girl that enjoyed the fumes.
Well, I mean, one of the best episodes of Intervention was the girl who was just huffing computer dust.
Toner?
The
dust cleaner. Fresh air.
Yeah. When I say best, I mean I wish her well.
I wish
her.
her.
But it was, nothing can top that. Madison, Wisconsin.
Just had somebody from Plano, Texas. So I wrote, "You are more than a Plano listener."
I'm doing no puns. I'm just drawing shapes.
Oh, I'm like 40% puns. Yeah.
Signing my name. Okay. If you're from Waukesha, Wisconsin, what do you think you'd want me to draw?
Super.
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay. Triangle.
Because no one in Wisconsin gets tired of being talked about in relation to cheese.
A cheesehead. I'm actually not at all. But you know what? For the holidays, I am. I'm with you, Matt.
I don't know if half of these even make any sense. Probably the best ones are when I just write, "Thanks, Bob." And
Well, I
it's
mean,
not a
as long
person
as his
named
name is Bob,
yeah, the
you'll
person's
probably
name is
like
Alvin.
it, right?
You know,
Yeah.
it's really interesting looking at these zip codes. Some states have fewer numbers than others.
What? No, they always have 5.
No, like some of these only have 4 digits.
That's the typo on the person who entered their
Yeah, it
addresses.
has to be 5.
No, because everyone from the same state also has the similar number of digits.
I don't think that's. I think that's a problem.
Sounds like a software issue to
Yeah.
me.
If I didn't write a pun and I just wrote "yay" and your name, that means you're special.
Yeah. It's like we've gone into like just like BFF mode at that point.
We don't need words anymore.
No.
Oh, I see why.
Why?
Yeah, they can do it in that state. That's fine. This is not a typo.
Okay, that's good. So it'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love.
All right. I was about to ask for an art challenge, but then I thought of an amazing pun on this person's.
Ooh, West Virginia. Okay.
Wild
Ooh.
West Virginia.
Take me home, country road.
Right.
What's my art challenge?
Len Peralta.
Raw Len Peralta. All right.
Oh God. I just signed this one Sarah Lane, even though I've signed 0 of them Sarah Lanes before. So Daniel, oh, you've got my official signature.
Someone whose last name was Ross, and I really was trying not to write a Ross Dress for Less related pun. So
You tried to, but you failed, and you did.
no, I did. I just wrote thanks first name. Which I feel was better. Oh,
I mean, I love a good Ross Dress for Less.
I
Do
do
you
too. I
love
actually
it?
like Burlington Coat Factory better because they seem
Got
to
it
get a
at
larger
John's.
selection
But
for guy
I mean,
stuff.
and we've talked about this. I know we have, because this is the sort of thing that we talk about. Like the fact that it's called the Coat Factory, but it has lots of clothes and even food is very confusing to me.
Well,
yes.
they have food in the way that like they used to sell
Like
those
they have like
tins of
popcorn when
cookies.
you're,
Oh,
at
yeah.
the register. But like that's just like it's a coat store, right? Why is it called the Burlington Coat Factory if it sells so many other things?
Why
I
is
think they're
Canadian
selling themselves
Tire-
short.
Why is Canadian Tire basically like a Walmart?
mission creep. It's they started as whatever they're called, and then they started adding other things because they were like, oh yeah, no, we could also sell this and we could also sell that, and then eventually they had all that stuff, but they hadn't changed their name. Kind of like when Sci-Fi was showing wrestling.
Yeah, they were just trying to flesh out the evening.
Tell me, did you rather give you up on free?
The best soy latte that you ever had.
I'm gonna watch some 90s era music videos when we're done. I'm feeling it now.
Feeling it?
Third Eye Blind. That one video actually shot behind the old Revision 3 offices.
Do, 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 do. That one?
Yeah.
Packed and I'm holding. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, it wasn't like the area was a hubbub of anything besides the fact that our company was there.
Well, we're almost at an hour. I've still got a few more to go. I said
Are you almost done, Tom?
Are you really almost done with your second set?
Oh, I don't know.
I
how
mean, my
many
second set has yet to be opened.
Oh,
but I'm
geez.
almost done with my first set.
Yeah, I'm
not
don't
even
know.
almost done with that. I have a little less than half to go through.
I don't know how many I've got. I've got 2 hands width of height. I'm cruising along here.
I want something else. North Attleboro, Massachusetts. Hello.
The reason I say that is I said we didn't necessarily have to stream for the entire time.
No, I mean that would be, I mean, for me at this rate, more than an hour from now. I mean, I'll do it. We're doing it. These are real nice postcards, though. I'm excited for everybody to see them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I loved Third Eye Blind. I mean, that album, it was hit after hit. Wish you would step outside this ledge, my friend. I loved that song.
Were you a fan of the Goo Goo Dolls too?
Not as much, but same idea.
Semisonic, there was a band that I could have lived without.
What was their big hit? I remember the name.
Closing Time.
Oh,
and,
ugh, gross. Hate that song.
Was it them? Semisonic?
No.
Yep, they did Closing Time.
Yeah.
Closing time.
I just never liked it.
Did you like? I mean, there was a period of time when there were a lot of what'd you call it? Like bands like Sum 31, were they punk, college punk, or
I mean, that was a little after my time, actually. I know who that is, but I don't know their music that much. Who was the band who sang? I probably have to look it up. I won't remember. Oh, Jimmy Eats World. I liked them, even though I felt like I was a little too old for them. I liked them.
why would you be too old for them?
Some time, let it go. You're in the middle.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I don't know. I was just like, I was sort of out of high school, and it seemed like it was talking to a younger girl than me. But
Oh, I see. Yeah,
very catchy.
I never felt it applied to me, but I still love it.
Right.
I used to sing it to Django, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
When she was just like going through some things.
Yeah, that girl went through a lot of medical issues in her life.
True.
That
Yeah.
little dog. She had so many things.
Poor Django. She was also like, I mean, she was such a like big, strong lady, you know?
Yeah, she was.
I mean, as far as like
Toughed it out.
mm-hmm.
Oh man, we had a breakthrough today. I was jogging with Ray, the dog, and we passed a dog. And so I was looking down, waiting for her to start reacting so I could go through my regular training regimen. She didn't even look. Just kept looking straight ahead. It was amazing.
Ooh, I got one from Fargo.
I'm in Minnesota as well.
I'm in Tennessee.
Fargo's in North Dakota.
Oh, North Dakota. Well,
Yeah, Fargo's right by Minnesota, though. So
we're at the top of the country.
All right, art challenge for Larry. Larry's gonna get an art challenge.
A jack-o'-lantern.
Not exactly seasonal, but all right, I think I can pull that off.
I just saw this on my desk, so I just figured.
I just wrote Roger's idea next to it.
That's what my dad does. My son's idea.
Even if it's not.
Isn't that why you write someone else's idea to deflect?
No, I put it there if they're like, why did you write a jack-o'-lantern? I'm looking for deeper meaning. And I'll just put, no, it was Roger's idea. He told me to. I'm like, oh, all right.
Wait, deeper meaning? Are we supposed to put like weird hidden messages like Dan Brown?
If someone gets a postcard with a jack-o'-lantern written on it, they're going to naturally wonder, like, why is there a jack-o'-lantern on here? What is the meaning of this?
What if I just wrote behind you?
I've definitely written a couple things where I'm like, I hope you think this is funny and not really strange.
I'm making myself laugh. Someone whose name has the word boots in it. So I wrote, these boots are made for awesome.
I see what you did there.
Figure in all caps thanks usually makes anything okay. That's my approach.
What about THX?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're getting, person in Winnetka.
Winnetka. I know where Winnetka is.
Ah.
I think I'm getting punchy.
I'm just getting high from the marker fumes.
What makes you guys feel like you're not, doing like a normal Sunday activity?
Somebody had Dexter in the name of their street, and so I wrote, Dexter has a code.
Imagine just not knowing, anything about the show and be like, what's this? I never watched Dexter. I know people like it.
I watched a little of it. Eileen watched it from beginning to end, and I caught episodes along the way. I never watched all of it, though. All right.
Roseville, Kelly, what up?
Colorado.
That's where we get our water during the drought.
Here, should Trenton, Ryan, or Josiah get the next art challenge from me?
Sure. Josiah.
Josiah wins. And I'm going to draw the moon.
Pittsburgh, PA. What up, Brian?
Your support makes DTNS awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh man, these markers. They're not even markers. Well, I guess they're. I know that's a marker. I have the windows open and everything. After this is done, I'm gonna nuke myself scrambled eggs from a giant carton of what do they call it when it's just the egg yolks?
Just the yolk.
Just the yolks.
Yeah, but it's like the
Is there such a
Southwestern
thing?
brand where they like put in diced bell peppers.
You know, they say that's not so good for you anymore. You should
The
just
egg
eat
yolks?
the whole egg. You should just eat the whole egg.
What's wrong with just
Well,
eating
they
egg
say a
whites?
lot.
You should eat margarine. Don't eat margarine.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's now coming back on the margarine thing. We've established that margarine was
No, he's
not
just
a
saying
great
that's an
idea.
example of the flip flop where it used to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you shouldn't eat butter, eat margarine. Now it's like, oh, don't eat margarine.
Right. I love a good egg yolk. I mean, the idea of eating egg whites only for health reasons, great, go for it. But it would make the egg experience half as fun for me.
Well, but no, they're seriously saying like just eating egg whites does not really give you the healthy, like
No,
you're
I know.
missing out on a bunch of things now.
But just like if somebody wanted to for whatever health reason, you know,
High in protein
cholesterol or
and
whatever,
low in
like
everything
I wouldn't think it would taste that good.
Well,
The
yeah,
yolk
no,
makes it good.
We're both saying different things. I'm saying there's not the health reasons don't seem to be there anymore.
Well, so no. So this is the thing with egg whites. You still get the protein, although slightly less than a whole egg, but you miss out on all the vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, lucky I am. You know what's weird is cholesterol actually isn't bad for you. You need it.
Right. That's
you
the other thing is they're finding it doesn't really the cholesterol in eggs doesn't really correlate to heart
Eating
disease.
cholesterol doesn't give you
It just
cholesterol.
depends on your person. I used to have a roommate back in the day, many years ago. In fact, pre-Tech TV, and she was a healthy, thin, beautiful girl with very high cholesterol. It was just something that ran in her family, and so she had to like have like a very strict diet to keep from giving herself a heart attack.
That is my dad. My dad has naturally high cholesterol, so I
Yeah.
have to watch and I eat.
Well, what do you guys want to do? I think we could probably wrap up the stream, and we'll promise to continue signing and finish them all.
Yes.
This is all the rest that I have. It's about I'm 2/3 in. I'm
Yeah,
Are
do
you?
want to keep going?
yeah. hmm
I have like a whole.
Well, I mean, listen, guys, I
I mean, we have to sign them anyway, right?
yeah, exactly.
Let's go another 15 minutes. See where we are.
Okay.
And if you as a viewer want to stop, that's fine.
No, it isn't.
We understand.
Yeah. If you go anywhere,
If you don't
consider
watch your
yourself
card get
judged.
signed, you're not getting your card.
that's right. Yeah, we'll know. We'll be able to smell it.
If
To the
you're
internet.
naughty or nice. I said, Daniel, you're a fine patron.
Love Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
But my life, my love, and my lady is my PC.
My life, my love, and my ladies, the PC. Do, 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 do.
What do you think, Odie? He says, I can't read or write. I'm no help at all, but I'll just sit here by you, snoozing.
We're running out of things to say on the stream, and we're buckling down now. This is good. I need another art challenge, though.
Draw Roger.
I already had to draw Len. Now I got to draw Roger. All right.
So it's just Len with glasses.
Yeah, I know. That's
Well,
pretty much
Roger
what it is.
started it.
Wait a minute.
Roger's like, draw Len. Like, how does that even like? I wouldn't even know. I've drawn some like happy faces. They usually have whiskers on them, but I wouldn't know how to draw either of you.
So these are just stick figures.
Yeah. Englewood. All right. Now we're in the hit. Good work.
Home of the Los Angeles Rams.
You know, I haven't really been watching the NFL this season. I have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of not interested.
I've had it on in the background a few times, but I haven't really. I couldn't tell you what's going on. I do the
'Cause
same thing with
normally, like
Premier League
like on a Sunday, I'd be like, "Wow, yay, football!" I was not really into it this season.
Ooh, Jane.
Sunnyvale. We're real getting close now.
Okay, I'm on my last one. Final art challenge. The very last card that I'm signing.
Draw yourself.
Ah, kind of knew you were going to say that. Sarah made me draw myself. This is basically Len and Roger without glasses but a beard. Whew.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm down to the wire here.
Yeah,
but
get there.
no, it's probably
I
another.
never had the chat room up or the Discord or anything. I should check in
I
there.
had Discord up. Oh, I don't have chat room up. I am only a quarter of the way through of my cards. I'm not sure you.
KV suggested we make each card part of a large message, and only when all the cards are put together would you get the proper message.
That seems like a good use of time.
Uh-huh. Regarding with the dog that I drew on the Irish card. Why did Ace Detect draw a goat on my card? Good day, Instant Pot. That's an interesting thought.
Better than Good Day Neti Pot.
Do people still do those?
Yeah, it's really helpful for a lot of people. I don't.
I just remember
have
the
those
whole
kinds of allergies. Thank goodness, but I know a lot of people who do.
the brain amoeba thing that got through neti pots or something.
Is there anything going on in chat? I'm just looking at Discord. I don't see anybody in IRC though. I mean, there are some people in there, but they don't seem to be chatting at the moment, which is fine.
Missouri. I'm in Missouri now.
I never got a Missouri one, interestingly.
Got a lot of mows.
I'm in St. Abrams, Vermont, as it were.
Really?
Yeah, I'm all over this old continent of ours.
Now the thing is, the post box near my house isn't the kind where you pull the lever down, or I could just drop these all in there. It's single slot, so I'd have to put them in 5 at a time. So I think I'm just going to drive these to the airport, to the post office, and just dump them in the box there.
Yeah, I have to send somebody something, and I have a post office pretty close to me.
Yeah, post office.
So I'll just bring.
Oh my gosh, I should post my Instagram. I found 2 smart scooters near me today. They
You know-
finally
They're
arrived.
You know what's so funny? I found some in my neighborhood as well.
Gotta kill them in the nest.
It was just weird. I was like, who's this for? Where'd it come from? It seems so like far out of like the, the natural loop that they're all in. Michigan.
It's the mitt.
It's the
Yeah, like
where do you
Where do you live?
Where do you live? Yeah.
Spent a summer in Ann Arbor.
The coldest
And-
summer you ever spent.
It was really boring because I was in 3rd grade. Not much going on or anything.
Oh, that's right. We've heard this story. Yeah. Ann Arbor is Michigan State or University of Michigan. It's one of the two.
It's University of Michigan.
Okay. Yeah.
East Lansing is Michigan State.
East Lansing. Yes, correct. I have friends who have gone to both, and I've heard very nice things about both towns.
I have been to both campuses.
Yeah.
I actually really liked Michigan State when I was there. It was a long time ago. It was in,
Is that the
80s.
Wolverines or is that?
No, they're the Spartans. Wolverines are Michigan, Ann Arbor.
Which is annoying because you're like, which Michigan? And people are like, University of Michigan. And you're like, I'm from California. You have to be more specific.
Well,
Michigan
but if I say
versus
Illinois,
Michigan State.
if I say Illinois, you don't ask me which Illinois, even though there is an Illinois state.
I don't because I know better, but I secretly wonder.
Oh, Beatmaster says there were people in IRC. They were just being quiet. I'm going to go back in there then.
Sterling Heights. No, I am of the greater Detroit area. I am a very big fan. I actually have a really good friend that I grew up with whose mom was a ballet teacher, taught a lot of kids in town. And she has gone on to open a ballet / modern dance studio in Detroit.
You got one.
I don't know. Her house looks really cool. It seems like a cool place to live.
Who was that?
What was what? Me yawning?
Oh no, I heard
It's
like
Tom yawning. It just sounded, yeah, like
No, that was just me.
Oh.
I'm okay. Farmdale, Michigan. I've actually been there too. Weirdly.
Oh, you've been all over Michigan, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Been to Battle Creek?
Is that where they make
cereal is
cereal?
made? Yeah.
I imagine a giant cereal industrial complex.
That's what President Eisenhower said is don't trust the cereal industrial complex.
Don't call it an industrial cereal complex.
It's been here for years. Yeah, Big Jim points out like saying U of M is confusing because it's like, do you mean Michigan, Miami, Minnesota? Like,
I know if you're from the area or, you're from a school that plays that school in sports that you follow, like it's all very clear.
mm-hmm.
But it has always been a lot of it, like the University of Ohio. Like
the Ohio State University.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, why do you have to say it that way? And everyone's like, they're the worst. But if you go there, that's what you do.
We always said U of I regarding the University of Illinois. And if you said that, you meant University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. And everyone in Illinois knows that. And most people in Indiana know that because Indiana University is IU, not U of I, even though it's the University of Indiana, right?
Right.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And so the first time I sold somebody like, oh yeah, I went to U of I, and they're like, which one? I'm like, what are you talking about? And I realized, if you're not actually from that area, you call it Illinois, not U of I, which was always weird to me.
Well, good friend of mine, who I think we all worked with in some capacity. He went to the University of Kansas, which is KU.
Yeah.
And there's like a KU bar in the Marina neighborhood of San Francisco, even. And I was always like, K is like meaningless to me. Like, what state are we talking about? What university are we talking about? And he was like,
Kansas.
but no. If you went there, that's just what it is. There's no other KU.
Well, there's KSU, Kansas State.
But KU.
Not KU.
Yeah. But I
Kentucky
laughed
is
about it, and he was like, "We're the ones who'd be laughing at you, actually."
Kentucky is UK, not the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that used to throw me off. It's like UK. It's like what this? Oh, University of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Well, I'm so glad to see people hanging out in the Discord and in chat while we do this today. That's very nice. Some of you, I actually wrote the postcard to, at least one of you. 2 of you, actually. 3. Ha, 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 ha. I'm looking at the right side, not people talking. The 3 people I wrote cards to are not talking. Not talking, eh? Keeping it secret, eh? All right, we're almost to 1:30.
All right. I mean, we can go about our biz. I mean, I'm in the home stretch, but it's still going to be probably another 10 minutes or so.
Well, let's go 10 more minutes then.
Okay.
We'll go to Sarah's den and see who comes in second place in the race.
I'm coming in last because I still have another pack to sign.
What is taking? You must be like really pouring the most.
Roger, you're not your second packet. I mean, did you somehow get more than Tom and I? I don't want to be.
I don't know.
No, Roger's just taking more time and care with his. Mine are the scrawliest. Sarah took a little more time, and then Roger is the people who get Rogers are really going to get something cool.
Well,
they're going to get eyes and glasses.
Yeah, not
and
stick figures
triangles with faces on them.
Roger's not getting high on the fumes.
Not yet.
Not yet. Are you still? You're not using the Sharpie, are you?
Yep.
Oh, you are. Well, that's probably another.
When you're high, you don't know though. So
no, I get lightheaded. That's how you.
Who says?
We were talking about sugar
cereals
alternates the other day. Like, oh yeah, if it's no sugars, it's stevia or whatever. Aspartame. I've always been allergic to. Like, I can't really chew gum anymore because gum almost always has aspartame in it now, and it gives me a terrible migraine. Nothing else does.
No, it does.
So when you show up, you say, "I came here to chew gum or fight, and I'm allergic to aspartame."
That's right. Yeah. Boom. But yeah, no, I mean, like there are a lot of, I don't know, chemical alternatives that are supposed to be better for us that don't bother me. But if something has aspartame in it, I mean, I'm not going to die or anything, but I will feel horrible after having it. And it's almost always in gum. Bowie, Maryland.
I just listened to that David Bowie, Bing Crosby, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy song this morning.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' favorite holiday song, if you have one?
I have such a hard time picking favorites these days.
I know. That's kind of a silly question.
It also depends. Like, I really like Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. That horrible Paul McCartney song. I love it.
I can't stand it.
I think it's great.
Makes me want to gouge out my ears.
See, it's very polarizing.
Yeah. And I know that. I know, like, and I can see why people think it's horrible. Believe me.
I don't like it or hate it.
My favorite Christmas album is probably Frank Sinatra's Christmas album. Like, top to bottom, love every song on it.
Yeah.
My favorite Christmas song would have to be the classic "Have Yourself."
By whom though?
Any of them. I just like that song.
You just like it.
It's not. I don't have
You
a
like the
particular.
original one
Was it Bing Crosby? No.
from Meet Me in St. Louis, sung by Judy Garland.
I don't think I've actually heard that one.
That's where it came from. And it's funny, Rotten Tomatoes put out their top 50 Christmas movies, and Meet Me in St. Louis is number 2. And a lot of people are like, that's not a Christmas movie. Horrible. Like, this list is awful. And the fact is, like, one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time came from that movie. So I get why they included it.
See, I like it's weird. I don't I'm not much of a church girl, but I like old traditional
Like Silent
Christmas
Night,
songs.
Way in a Manger.
Do you like the Ukrainian bells?
Or even like
God
Hark
Rescue
the
Mary
Herald
Jane,
Angels
Hark the
Sing.
Herald,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
I remember all that from masses. Right?
God rescue
God
Mary
and sin is reconciled.
I was also in choir, so a lot of those songs I got tired of.
Oh,
Probably,
we sang
yeah.
those songs in church.
I sang it at mass.
I remember my dad, who was Baptist, going to the Catholic church with us, and we sang Away in a Manger. And afterwards, he was
that's
all
a good one.
he was all like, Martin Luther wrote that song. And we're like, and I think the Catholic Church got over its problems with Martin Luther a few hundred years ago, Dad.
Right. Yeah. Right. Shall we pick apart the Baptist faith?
I think they dropped that grudge finally.
Take your stack of your documents and nail it on someone else's door.
Yeah, I think it's Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I mean, that always is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hark,
it's
Hark
just a fun
Herald.
one, you know, like it's like energetic. Join the triumph of the skies.
I always like Joy to the World if we're talking about the traditional. That's
Sure.
one of my faves. And in that respect, we had an 8-track of the Westminster Cathedral singing, like the Westminster Cathedral Choir singing, the great traditional Christmas songs, and I loved that album when I was a kid. I know, I should look up and see if you can actually still get that on Google Music or something.
Who was? There was an album. Mannheim Steamroller.
Oh yeah.
My
My
wife,
parents went through a Mannheim era. Let's call it 3 Christmases in a row. And I was into it as well.
I think my parents had the Mannheim Steamroller one too.
It was fun. Kids
We
loved it.
had a set of 8-track tapes that I used to listen to every Christmas. It was Mickey's Christmas Carol, which was like a spoken word retelling of the Christmas Carol with all the Disney characters in it, like Scrooge McDuck as Scrooge for obvious reasons. Then there was Westminster Cathedral, Andre Castellanos, Frank Sinatra. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. But we would just, my sister and I would just like pop them in one after the other. Oh, the soundtrack from Scrooge, not the Bill Murray one, the musical. My mom loved that.
What is the non-Bill Murray one?
It was a musical,
like a Broadway show.
Yeah. I think it was London, so whatever, Soho, but yeah, same idea.
My last postcard goes to somebody in Mount Airy, Maryland. Woo!
all right, I got to do these on my own time.
Yeah. Well, Adeste Fidelis, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's O Come All Ye Faithful, so it's not really a proper goodbye, but
Sit under the mistletoe.
yeah, happy holidays, y'all. Thanks
Ooh.
for
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
we got a
job.
hurt hand. That was a lot.
Hope the folks who get these really enjoy them. We enjoyed doing it.
look
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're bleeding
The
blue.
plight of the left-hander.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Roger,
All right.
you'll have to end the broadcast.
Yes, sir, bruh. Thank you for supporting the show, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Stop. Why does it not stop?